As we age, our bodies change in many ways that people rarely talk about, and one of those changes is body odor. Many women in their later years suddenly notice a stronger, different, or unusual smell from their body and feel embarrassed, confused, or worried. But instead of shaming or judging, we need to understand the science behind it. Hormonal changes after menopause play a powerful and often surprising role in how the body smells, and many women are shocked when they notice a difference because it feels sudden and unexplained. When estrogen levels drop, it doesn't just affect mood swings, hot flashes, sleep, bones, or skin elasticity. It also deeply influences the chemistry of sweat and skin oils. During the postmenopausal phase, the body begins producing a compound called 2-nonenal, which comes from the oxidation of fatty acids on the skin. This substance has a distinct, sometimes sharp or slightly greasy odor that many women describe as unfamiliar compared to how they smelled earlier in life. It is important to understand that this isn't about poor hygiene or neglect. It is a natural biochemical reaction connected to age-related hormonal shifts. Estrogen normally helps regulate the balance of the skin's moisture, oil production, and bacterial environment. When it drops, the skin becomes drier, the lipid composition changes, and sweat interacts differently with the microbes that naturally live on the body, and this altered interaction can produce a stronger or more noticeable smell. Hormonal fluctuations also influence the body's temperature regulation and sweating patterns. Many women experience hot flashes, night sweats, and increased perspiration, especially during the transitional phase of menopause. Sweat from apocrine glands, especially in the underarms and groin areas, contains proteins and fats that bacteria break down, leading to stronger odor than simple heat sweat from the eccrine glands. When this process intersects with the chemical shift caused by reduced estrogen, the resulting smell can be more intense or persistent. At the same time, changes in hormone balance can influence the pH of the skin, making it slightly more favorable for odor-producing bacteria. These changes often happen slowly, so a woman may not even realize the body has been transitioning until the smell becomes noticeable. Hormones also affect metabolism and fat distribution in the body. As estrogen decreases, fat tends to redistribute toward the abdomen and sometimes under the skin's surface, and sebum consistency can shift. The fatty acids in sebum oxidize more easily with age because antioxidant defenses in the skin weaken, and this oxidation is closely linked to the 2-nonenal compound. That is why even after showering, some women feel like the smell returns quickly. It is not simply on the surface, it is linked to ongoing biochemical reactions. Additionally, hormonal changes can lead to reduced hydration, and dehydration concentrates body fluids, including sweat, which can intensify odors. Hormones influence the nervous system as well, so the stress response becomes more sensitive, and stress sweat is always more pungent than normal sweat due to its composition, making hormonal and emotional changes tightly connected to how the body smells. Another overlooked aspect of hormonal change is how it affects lifestyle patterns without a woman even realizing it. Sleep disturbances caused by low estrogen increase sweating at night, while fatigue may reduce energy for frequent bathing or skincare, especially in those already managing health challenges. Hormone-related changes in taste, appetite, and digestion can alter diet, and diet strongly influences body odor. Hormonal imbalance may also interact with medical conditions such as thyroid issues, insulin resistance, or metabolic slowdown, further influencing how the body smells. All of these layers show that postmenopausal odor is deeply rooted in biology rather than blame or shame, and understanding the hormonal foundation behind it helps women recognize that what they experience is a real, scientifically explainable part of aging rather than something unusual or embarrassing. As the body ages, the skin goes through gradual but significant transformations that many people never think about until they begin noticing changes, including shifts in natural body odor. One of the biggest factors is that the sebaceous glands, which produce the oils that protect and moisturize the skin, begin to function differently with age. These oils change in composition, becoming richer in certain fatty acids that are more easily oxidized when exposed to air. When oxidation happens, it produces specific chemical compounds that can carry a stronger or unfamiliar smell compared to younger skin. At the same time, the outer layer of the skin becomes thinner and less elastic, which alters how sweat and oils spread across the surface. This creates a different environment for bacteria, and because odor is largely the result of bacteria breaking down sweat and oils, even small changes can noticeably affect smell. Aging skin also loses moisture more quickly due to reduced natural hydration, and dryness can actually make odor linger instead of being washed away easily because the skin barrier weakens and does not renew itself as efficiently. Another key part of this process is the slowdown of cell turnover. When we are younger, skin cells renew quickly, meaning dead cells shed naturally and fresh cells replace them. With age, this renewal cycle slows down, allowing more dead skin to accumulate. Dead skin cells trap sweat, oil, and environmental pollutants, and when bacteria interact with them, stronger odors can develop. This can happen even in people who bathe regularly, because if exfoliation is not happening effectively, a layer of buildup remains on the surface. Slower skin renewal also means microorganisms have more time to multiply in certain areas, especially warm, enclosed places like the underarms, groin, and skin folds. This is why odor may seem more persistent or resistant to normal hygiene routines as people grow older, not because of poor cleanliness, but because the biological processes of the skin have changed. In addition, with age, the natural antioxidant defense of the skin weakens, making it easier for oils to break down into odor-causing substances, so even the same level of sweat can smell different than it once did. Blood circulation to the skin also decreases with age, and reduced circulation means fewer nutrients reach the skin's surface and fewer waste products are efficiently carried away. This can contribute to a duller complexion and changes in scent as metabolic byproducts remain closer to the skin for longer periods. The microbiome of the skin, which is the community of beneficial bacteria protecting the body, shifts with age too. Certain types of bacteria that were previously balanced begin to dominate, leading to different metabolic breakdown patterns of sweat and oils, which then influence odor characteristics. In older women especially, reduced estrogen plays a role in how the skin produces and manages oil, linking hormonal changes with skin aging and odor development. Sweat gland activity can also change. Some glands slow down while others, especially stress-related glands, may remain active, and the sweat from these glands contains more proteins and lipids, giving bacteria more material to convert into noticeable smell. Environmental factors intensify these age-related skin changes. Exposure to sun over a lifetime damages collagen and elastin, worsening thinning and dryness. Pollution and chemical exposure can further weaken the skin barrier, while diet, hydration levels, smoking, and lifestyle choices affect how the skin functions. When skin is not renewing quickly enough, personal care routines may need to adapt because the old habits that worked at a younger age may no longer be enough. Gentle exfoliation, moisturizers designed for mature skin, and clothing that allows the skin to breathe can help manage these natural changes. Understanding how aging skin changes oil composition, renewal speed, and bacterial interaction helps explain why odor can become stronger or different with age, showing that it is a biological process rather than something shameful or unusual. Certain medications and underlying health conditions can strongly influence how the body smells and how much a person sweats, and this is something many older women quietly experience without realizing what is causing it. Some medications commonly prescribed with age, such as antidepressants, antihypertensive drugs, hormone therapies, and certain pain medicines, can increase sweating or change the way the body processes fluids. When sweating increases, especially from apocrine glands located in areas like the underarms and groin, bacteria have more moisture and organic material to break down, which leads to stronger or more persistent odor. Some medications also cause dry mouth or changes in saliva production, which can lead to bad breath, another form of body odor that feels embarrassing but is medically explainable. Even medications that affect the nervous system, including those for anxiety or sleep, may trigger sweating as a side effect because they influence the body's stress response. And stress-related sweat smells stronger than normal temperature-regulating sweat due to its protein and lipid content. Health conditions play a major role as well. Diabetes is one of the most common conditions that can influence odor because fluctuating blood sugar levels may affect the smell of sweat or breath. Poorly managed diabetes can sometimes lead to a sweet or fruity breath smell, while infections related to high blood sugar or reduced immunity can contribute to stronger body odor. Kidney and liver problems can also influence how the body smells because these organs help filter waste products from the blood. When they do not function properly, certain toxins and metabolic byproducts may build up and release through the skin or breath, sometimes resulting in a noticeable scent that feels difficult to control. Thyroid disorders, especially hyperthyroidism, can increase sweating and heat sensitivity, leading to more perspiration and therefore more opportunity for odor to develop. Even conditions like obesity, arthritis, or mobility limitations can indirectly influence odor because they make movement harder, increase skin folds, and sometimes make regular bathing more challenging, allowing sweat and bacteria to remain longer on the skin. Infections are another overlooked factor. Fungal infections in the feet or groin areas, bacterial skin infections, or urinary tract infections can all create unpleasant smells if not treated. Older women may also face hormonal imbalances alongside health conditions, and the combination can intensify changes in skin oils and sweat chemistry. Digestive issues and diet-related conditions can also reflect through body odor. Foods high in garlic, onions, spices, or strong flavors can alter body scent, and if digestion is slower or gut health is compromised, certain smells may become stronger. Dehydration caused by illness or medication side effects concentrates sweat and urine, making odor sharper. Chronic constipation or gastrointestinal disruption can also lead to bad breath or body odor changes due to retained waste products in the system. Mental health conditions and stress-related illnesses matter too because anxiety and emotional strain activate sweat glands that produce stronger-smelling sweat, showing that emotional health and physical odor are deeply connected. Even something as simple as reduced immunity and slower healing affects odor because wounds, skin irritation, or chronic moisture in skin folds can create environments where bacteria thrive. Older women often take multiple medications at once, a situation known as polypharmacy, and the combined effects can complicate how the body regulates fluids, temperature, and bacterial balance. Sometimes a person may not even realize a new smell is linked to a recent medication change or developing health issue because the shift happens gradually. Regular medical checkups, discussing side effects openly with doctors, and paying attention to new or unusual odors is important because body smell is often the body's signal that something internally has changed and needs care rather than something to feel ashamed about. Stress, anxiety, and emotional changes that come with aging can significantly influence body odor, even though many people only think of sweat as a purely physical reaction. The human body is deeply connected to the mind, and when stress levels rise, the nervous system activates the apocrine sweat glands found mainly in the underarms and groin. Unlike normal sweat from eccrine glands, which is mostly water and salt, apocrine sweat contains proteins, fats, and other organic compounds that bacteria love to break down, and this bacterial activity produces a stronger and sometimes sharper smell. As women get older, emotional experiences often become more intense and layered. Many face loneliness after children grow up or move away, grieving loved ones, changes in social roles, retirement adjustments, financial concerns, health worries, and the emotional weight of recognizing that life is changing. These psychological pressures keep the body in a low-level stress state, and when the body stays stressed frequently, sweat glands are triggered more often than before, creating more opportunities for odor to develop. Hormonal changes and emotional stress are closely linked as well. During and after menopause, fluctuating or reduced estrogen levels affect the brain's emotional regulation, leading to mood swings, irritability, anxiety, or sudden emotional waves. These emotional responses again activate stress-related sweat, so it becomes a cycle where the body and emotions feed into each other. Night sweats caused by hormonal and emotional stress mean that sweat stays on the skin longer, especially if sleep is disturbed and women wake up tired, which can make it harder to maintain daily routines perfectly. Anxiety also changes breathing patterns, digestion, and hydration habits. Some women eat irregularly, drink less water, or consume more caffeine and strong-flavored foods under stress, and all of this can intensify or alter body odor because diet and hydration play a major role in how the body smells. Social stress and embarrassment make the issue worse. When someone becomes aware that they may smell differently, they start worrying about what others think, which increases anxiety and creates even more sweat, turning it into a stressful loop. Emotional distress can also weaken the immune system and slow skin healing. When the skin barrier becomes weaker or irritation occurs due to stress, scratching, rashes, or sweat buildup, bacteria multiply more easily and odors become stronger. Mental health challenges, such as depression, reduce motivation and energy. When someone feels emotionally drained, they may bathe less frequently, wash clothes less often, or neglect skincare routines without meaning to, and this doesn't come from laziness, but from the psychological heaviness they are carrying. Reduced motivation naturally allows sweat, oils, and bacteria to stay longer on the skin, which then leads to odor concerns that deepen emotional discomfort. Another overlooked aspect is how stress changes body chemistry. Cortisol, the main stress hormone, influences metabolism, immune function, and how the body processes fats and proteins. When cortisol is high for long periods, it alters the smell of sweat and can even affect body pH, which again supports odor-causing bacteria. Emotional stress also affects sleep quality, and lack of sleep increases perspiration and changes body chemistry further. Even relationships and family dynamics contribute. Older women who feel unappreciated, judged, or ignored often carry hidden stress that silently affects their bodies every day. Stress from caregiving responsibilities, chronic illness in the family, or simply feeling overwhelmed with life responsibilities builds inside, and the body expresses that stress physically, including through sweat and odor. All these emotional and psychological factors show that body odor is not just about cleanliness, but also about the invisible emotional burdens aging women carry. And understanding this emotional connection helps explain why odor changes are often tied not only to physical aging, but to the complicated inner world of stress, feelings, and unspoken mental battles. Proper hydration, good hygiene routines, breathable clothing, and regular medical checkups play a powerful role in managing age-related changes in body odor, and these practical steps help women feel fresher, more confident, and more in control of their bodies as they grow older. Hydration is one of the simplest yet most overlooked factors. When the body is dehydrated, sweat becomes more concentrated, and concentrated sweat often smells stronger. Drinking enough water helps dilute waste products, supports kidney function, and aids the body in flushing odor-causing compounds more effectively. Staying hydrated also helps the skin maintain moisture balance, preventing excessive dryness that can trap odor. Even small habits like drinking water throughout the day, eating water-rich fruits, and reducing excessive caffeine or alcohol intake support a healthier internal environment that reflects on the outside. Hygiene routines may also need adjustment with age. Because skin renewal slows and oils change, gentle but consistent cleansing becomes important. Regular bathing helps remove sweat, bacteria, and dead skin buildup before they can cause strong odors, but harsh soaps should be avoided because they can dry the skin and disrupt its natural barrier. Using mild, pH-balanced cleansers, especially in odor-prone areas such as underarms, groin, beneath the breasts, and skin folds, helps maintain freshness. Exfoliating gently once or twice a week can help remove dead skin cells that trap odor. Proper drying after bathing is essential because moisture trapped in folds encourages bacterial and fungal growth. Wearing clean clothes daily, frequently changing underwear and socks, and washing towels regularly prevent lingering smells that can transfer back to the body. Even the choice of deodorants and antiperspirants matters, as some work better for managing sweat while others help neutralize odor, so finding the right product for aging skin makes a noticeable difference. Breathable clothing is another key factor that many people overlook. Synthetic fabrics can trap heat and sweat against the skin, allowing bacteria to thrive and creating stronger odors. Breathable natural fabrics like cotton, bamboo, and linen allow air circulation, absorb sweat better, and reduce moisture buildup. Loose-fitting clothing also reduces friction and prevents excessive sweating in sensitive areas. For women who experience night sweats or hot flashes, lightweight sleepwear and breathable bed sheets help reduce overnight sweating and prevent odor from becoming trapped in the skin and fabrics. Proper footwear that allows airflow and socks made from moisture-wicking material help prevent foot odor, which is common with age due to circulation and sweat changes. Even everyday habits like rotating shoes to allow them to dry and using breathable undergarments contribute to better odor control. Regular medical checkups are just as important as external care because sometimes odor changes signal underlying health issues. Doctors can check for diabetes, thyroid imbalance, liver or kidney problems, infections, and hormonal changes that might be contributing to unusual smells. Certain medications may increase sweating or dryness, and discussing side effects with a healthcare professional allows adjustments when possible. A doctor may also check skin health, recommend medicated soaps or creams if needed, and provide guidance on managing menopause-related symptoms such as hot flashes or night sweats. Dental checkups help manage breath odor because gum disease, dry mouth, and infections are common with age and can contribute to bad smells. Gynecological checkups are also important, as vaginal infections or imbalances can cause odor concerns that many women feel too shy to talk about, yet they are often treatable when addressed early. Small lifestyle changes also support these main strategies. Eating a balanced diet with fruits, vegetables, and fiber helps the body eliminate toxins better, while reducing overly spicy, greasy, or strong-smelling foods may help manage odor for some people. Staying physically active improves circulation and metabolism, which supports healthier skin and better sweating patterns. Managing stress, getting enough sleep, and maintaining emotional well-being also indirectly reduce odor because stress sweat is stronger and calmness helps the body regulate better. These combined habits show that odor management is not just about masking smell. It is about supporting the body internally and externally so that changes related to age feel manageable and less overwhelming.